Hi, it's Patrick Cranston of Cranston IT with your Bionic Business Vlog. It's my passion to help you use technology to make your business faster, stronger, better. And today I'm talking about clone backups. So what is a clone backup and how is that different than a standard backup? So a standard backup is going to back up just your files and folders on your computer. And it's important to have backups like this because that's where all your critical data is. It's in your files and your folders on your computer. So if you always want to have a backup of those. Clones take that to the next level. What a clone backup does is it backs up your entire computer, the operating system, the applications, the configurations, and all the files and folders. A clone backup allows you to almost instantly start working again from a different machine or in a virtual environment if your primary machine has a problem. With a standard backup, if your primary machine goes down, you have hardware failure, something like that on the machine, then you have to get the machine fixed or replaced. You have to install the operating system, you have to install the applications, set the configuration up, and then you can restore your data back and you can get back in business. With a clone backup, we cut out a bunch of those steps because we already have a complete clone of your operating system with all your data, configuration, and applications all backed up and ready to go. So on the Mac side, there's several good programs for cloning, and even Apple's Time Machine Backup is very similar to a clone. It's kind of a hybrid clone, but it's almost like a clone backup of your computer. But on the Windows side and the Unix side, it's not as clear cut and not as easy to do clone backups. So today I want to talk about a product called from Datto called Alto, and they also have another line called Cirrus. And this is a little appliance. This is their small business backup appliance, and you plug this in on your network, install software on any computer that you want to back up, and it automatically starts making clone backups of your workstations and servers. So this is great for workstations that have critical business data on them or perform critical functions for your business, and for on-premise services servers. If you don't have things that don't run in the cloud, they still run on-premise. The Alto backup is a great backup solution for those because it makes clones of those computers. That way, if at any time in the future you have a problem, you can immediately start to work off of the clone while the other computer is down. And this works for both hardware problems, so if you have a hard drive failure or a logic board failure or some other kind of hardware problem with the computer, or if you have some kind of fire or flood or some kind of disaster at your location and your computers are down, you can immediately start to work off of the clones and get back to work and have access to all your critical business data in the way you're used to working with it. Then when your system gets back online, either it's repaired or replaced, you can then migrate that data back from these backups back to the primary system and go back to normal business operations. But a clone backup allows for that business continuity and that disaster recovery to allow your business to stay functioning with very little downtime no matter what kind of problem happens with your computers. And that's very critical because even if you have your business data backed up, if it's going to take several days or several hours to get that data back and get it back up and running, that's going to be time lost for your business, which is going to, work out to revenue lost and downtime, things like that are not good for the business. So having a device like this, and they make these in different sizes. Like I said, this is for small business. If you have a larger business, there's larger ones that you can get as well that support more machines and different types of virtualization, things like that. But if you having a device like this in your business is critical to making sure that when that day comes that you have some kind of hardware problem, that you have that data backed up. Now, I didn't mention earlier, but these back up both locally to the local network and they back up to Datto's cloud. So you get two backups right away. They back up locally and then that data gets transferred out to the cloud. So that whether the problem is just a single machine on your network that you can restore from a local backup, or you have some kind of major disaster and you even lose your local backups, you have all that data now stored in the cloud that can be accessed from the cloud. So you don't even have to restore it. We can set up a virtual environment in the cloud, and you can immediately start working off of that and get back to business and keep your business up and running. So I highly recommend that businesses that are using Windows computers or even Macs have clones of their devices in place for their critical business needs. And these devices are available on a 45-day trial. We can set one up for you, and you can test it out, see how it works, learn the ins and outs of it. And if after 45 days it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. But I highly recommend you have some sort of product in place that is backing up your data in this clone fashion, your critical machine, so that if you have a problem, you can very easily get back up and running as quickly as possible. If you found my information helpful, please like and share this post. If you have feedback or a comment, a question that you would like answered, please post a comment or send an email to ask@cranstonit.com, and I'll try to answer it in a future video.